Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here again with another Flash review. You already know the deal. We finally made it to the mid-season finale, The Present. And this episode was just great. It was pretty much everything that I wanted to be, the great storylines, great writing, great characters, great visual effects. It was just great and I loved it. So let's just get right into my favorite moments of this episode. So of course, this would not be a cocolanova Flash review if I did not talk about westallen. It is well known that I'm a westallen shipper. It just is what it is. I love all the characters of this show and I love this ship. I'm not hopping off this ship anytime soon. I don't think the creators and the writers of the show are either. So this episode had so much westallen goodness in this episode. It was just so beautiful. I'm just a sucker for romance. A show has to have characters or actors that could pull off the emotion, and I feel like Grant Gustin and Candice Patton pull off an amazing chemistry between Barry and Iris. Like I said before, I want to feel that you love each other, and I feel it between them. Like, I just do. And it was just so beautiful the whole time, like, especially after Barry went into the future and saw Savitar killing Iris, and then when he came back and he realized that, he can't go into the future and try to fix it because obviously that will mess stuff up, and Jay Garrick was like, no, you can't do that. You need to have learned your lesson because of that. You already messed stuff up with Flashpoint, so you just gotta live in the present, per, the title of the episode, and live in the moment and appreciate the moments for what they are in the here and now. So you could definitely tell that Barry, when he came back, he was really, obviously he was sad because he just saw, his girlfriend, the love of his life, die before him, but you could see himself kind of just forcing himself to just live in the moment, and him surprising Iris, with a key to their beautiful apartment condo. Like, dude, for somebody that just lost his job, like, well, obviously he had to be saving money because he's been living with Joe and then Cisco, so he must have been saving money and be able to afford that. Like, when you're an adult, these are the type of things you think of, like, how is he able to afford that type of place when he obviously ain't got no job, but he obviously got it back. If you watch the episode, you already know Julian gave Barry job back, yada yada yada. But that moment was just so beautiful, and I know a lot of people from the preview of this episode, they were expecting more of like an intimate, sexy scene between Iris and Barry, and some were kind of like mad that didn't happen by this episode. But to me, there's more to intimacy than just, those sexy scenes. I like the good heartfelt writing, and I feel like we definitely got that from this episode and that last scene where Barry showed Iris their new apartment, and it was just beautiful, you guys. Like, it was just so beautiful. Like, I'm just done. But overall, they were really cute this whole episode, and Iris outfits, like, they just keep getting better and better. Like, I'm really into Velvet right now, and I was so obsessed with her velvet red dress for that Christmas party. Like, they've been stepping it up with her outfits a lot lately, and I was really feeling her whole look, and her coat too, with like her little fur collar. Like, I see you, Iris West. And speaking of Iris West, I love how, they made it a point to show her usefulness to the team by her finding more information about Julian and his connection to the Philosopher's Stone and Savitar, and what happened to him, in whatever that cave or whatever, that he was the cause of those deaths with his team or whatever. I'm happy that they made it a point to include that into the storyline, because it shows that she's useful and that she's using her skills as a reporter. Like, that's what reporters do. They research, they find information just like that. So I was happy about that, and I can't wait to see more of that with these upcoming episodes. I feel like they're really going to include more of that for Iris in the last half of the season. Now, my other favorite moments were the moments with Savitar. Even though he's a villain and he's a bad character, and he obviously killed Iris, which that makes him a super bad villain and somebody I don't like and want to see be beaten rather quickly. But besides all of that, I think he is the coolest villain that has been on The Flash so far, because he is the god of speed. Like, literally, he was dragging Jay Garrick, like, beating him to a pulp. Like, he didn't even have time to react act. Like, I don't know how obviously he's controlled by this philosopher's stone or whatever, but right now he seems pretty impossible to beat. And I don't know what Barry did to him obviously he trapped him in the Speed Force, he said, in the future Barry did. But I just really think that they stepped it up with the visual effects for Savitar, and he just looked really cool. All of his fight scenes are just very entertaining. Like, they look really cool. And no diss to any other shows, superhero DC shows on the CW, but I feel like in terms of visual effects, The Flash is killing all the other shows on the superhero shows on the CW. Cough, cough. Supergirl. No diss. Supergirl is good, for what it is, and I like Supergirl's storyline as well. It's not as interesting to me as The Flash, but I like it too. But I don't know. I just don't feel like the visual effects are as good. I don't know if they have the same team or what, but anyways, that's the main reason why I like Savitar, is because his fight scenes. I love a good fight scene, and I just love his whole get up. I feel like obviously he's mysterious, just like how Zoom and Reverse Flash were mysterious, but his backstory really intrigues me. Like, who is this guy and how did he become the god of speed? Like, he's the first, meta-human speedster. Like, how? Like, I really want to know more of his backstory, and I hope, they fully explain it by the end of season 3. And my last favorite moments from the episode were the moments with Julian. Like, even though throughout, this season so far, Julian has been a real jerk to Barry, I've always just kind of liked his character. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a good, counter character towards Barry, and I liked their banter back and forth. And I was pleasantly surprised that, Julian, I thought that he was going to be I already knew he was Dr. Alchemy, but I thought he was still just going to be just this totally evil character and just fronting in front of them like he's like some goody two shoes, but he truly did not know what he was doing. Like, he was blacking out. It seems like he's truly I'm saying like a lot, but it seems like he's truly a good guy. So I was very proud of Barry. He took that leap of faith with him to get Julian to trust him and took off his mask and showed Julian who he was. And I don't know, I kind of hope they become friends. We'll see. I don't know how the show's gonna go. I don't know how they're gonna set up their relationship, but by the end of the episode, I thought it was really nice and cute that, he came over to the West house for the Christmas party, because obviously he was feeling alone, and I'm happy that we got to learn a little bit more of his backstory, like with his family and everything. But who knows? We still don't know. He still could be lying. I don't know, but I feel like he might turn out to be a good character and a good asset to their team. Now on to my bonus favorite moments. Now, I just love HR. He's the best Harrison Wells out of, all the other Harrison Wells. The other two Harrison Wells, they were cool, whatever. Well, not the first one, but you know what I mean. The other one from last season was cool, but this one is just so funny. He is hilarious, and I just like how they took a totally different route with HR. He's not this super smart, sarcastic. He's just goofy. And I since we're not really getting as much goofiness from the other characters in the show like we did with previous seasons, like Cisco, I like that he fills that void of, the humor in the Star Labs team. And I hope HR doesn't have any secret agenda. That'll just really suck for another Harrison Wells to have some type of secret agenda. I don't know. But moving on to my other favorite bonus moment was all the moments with Wally. Wally is just so adorable. When HR was training him and, he learned that he was faster than when Barry first started, he was getting it, his little dance. He is just hilarious and too cute. And when him and Iris saw Joe and Celine, is that her name? Celine or Celise? I think it's Celine. But anyways, when they saw Joe and Celine kiss and they were like, about time, they're just such a cute family, and I just love them. And Wally's just cute, and he's just innocent. All he wants to do is help people, and he's young, and I just wish I know you gotta be protective, and I most likely will be more like Iris and be that protective older sister and just don't want him to get hurt at all, but you kind of just gotta let him spread his wings and try, because it's better to guide him under your supervision than just having him sneak out and try to do it himself without any guidance. So anyways, I just love Wally, and I was overall very happy with this episode, and I can't wait until, what is it, January 24th, until the second half of season 3 begins. Westallen is lit. It's a good season this year. Like, that's all I can say. This season has been very good, and I'm very excited to see what else this season has in store. I did learn that Carlos Valdez, he did confirm that kind of the rest of the season is going to be focused on making sure that that future timeline of Iris being killed by Savitar doesn't happen. So let's cross fingers. Well, obviously she's not gonna die. Like, the producers, the writers, they know better than that to let Iris die. That's not gonna happen, but it's gonna be interesting to see all of them try to prevent that. So I'm excited. I hope you guys like this review. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and I will see you in the next review. Love you guys. Bye.